Hello, I'm Luanagbaldissera, a PhD student at Programa de Pós-Graduação em Inglês at Universidade Federal de Santa Catarina, and on this video I'm going to talk about apps for developing pronunciation in English as a second language. This is video number 2, and I'm going to focus on pronunciation apps and their features. So on the video I'm going to talk about 3 apps: ELSA, English Pronunciation, and Juna. Regarding their accessibility, ELSA is available for 7 days as a free trial. English Pronunciation is a totally free app, so the user can have access to all of its content for unlimited time. And Juna offers free access to all of this content for a period of 1 month. Regarding the features of pronunciation apps that we have discussed on video number 1, variety of input is one of the features, and ELSA allows the user to have access to mainly American English, but also allows the user to have contact with authentic material through videos from YouTube. So the users and learners can have access to male and female voices from a variety of ages and a variety of contexts also. English Pronunciation only offers the American and British variety of English and has male and female voices, so it allows some variety because of the male and female voices. Regarding Juna, the user also has access to mainly the American variety of English and through male and female voices, but also brings different ages, speakers from different ages. So there is some sort of variety here too. Regarding the possibility of selecting the user's first language, allowing them to choose the level of proficiency in English, and also allowing them to take a proficiency test before using the app, ELSA allows the users to select the native language, to choose why they're practicing English, and also to choose the level of proficiency according to the student belief, of course. And in case the user also would like to take a proficiency test to have an idea what is the level of proficiency or what are the aspects of English pronunciation that they would need to focus on, the app also allows the user to take a proficiency test and gives the feedback in a percentage here on the left box, and a transcription with the focusing on the aspects that the learner maybe would like to focus on during the usage of the app. Regarding English pronunciation, the user can select between levels, so basic and advanced. And in Juna, the user can also select the category, so in case you're a student or a teacher using the app, and select the first language. About the content approached by the apps, English pronunciation allows the user to practice all of the segmental and suprasegmental features that are necessary to approach in an English pronunciation course in a general way, of course. And it also offers a category of tips. Regarding the content, ELSA also offers the user to have access to all the segmental and suprasegmental features, and it is divided in these categories here, shown on the video. And Juna also offers the user the possibility to work with all the individual sounds and the suprasegmental features of the English language. Okay, regarding the presentation of the features of pronunciation, that is the oral and written illustration of how the features are produced and when they occur within the spoken discourse, English pronunciation offers the user with illustration, written, and also spoken text about how to articulate or when the feature happens. And also the user has access to videos showing how to articulate and showing the difference between some minimal pairs. So through a variety of ways, the presentation of the features. Regarding Juna, also, the app brings some videos with real people articulating the sounds and giving examples of the sounds, such as this one here.
Now, let's try high and low sounds. E, ah, e, ah, e, ah, e, ah.
So you not only have the person articulating the sound, but you also have an animation showing how to move how to articulate the sounds, yes, and giving examples of words containing the feature. And Juna also, in the case of the suprasegmental, brings graphs and visuals to show, for example, the stress in sentences, as in this example here.
Across the street. Across the street.
Okay.
After the game.
Now let's try
across.
Next slide, and now about Elsa. So Elsa also gives a very complete presentation of the features, in this case regarding individual sounds, but it is a little bit different from the previous apps because here the presentation comes after the practice as a way of feedback. So in this case, the sound E was mispronounced, and then the presentation comes as a feedback of how to articulate this sound properly. And also gives the user the possibility of listening to this sound in words and within sentences through a variety of videos available online. For example, here.
Eat.
Dance that all of those people who had adored Eat, Pray, Love. Dance that all of those people who had adored Eat, Pray, Love. Dance.
Okay. Now, continuing about how the apps present the features of pronunciation, Elsa not only gives the presentation of the individual sounds, but also from the suprasegmental features. Here, in this case, word stress, linking, and also sentence stress, prominence. Okay. Regarding listening discrimination, the apps, they give the possibility of the learner engaging in minimal pairs activities, such as this one in Elsa.
Eat. It. Eat.
And here in Juna.
Vines, vines. Leave.
Okay. Regarding practice, one of the types that of practice for pronunciation is the control practice. So it is the oral reading of minimal pair sentences, short dialogues, where learners pay special attention to the highlighted feature in order to raise their consciousness about the given feature. So in this case, all of the apps allow for this practice as well as as well as the presentation and listening discrimination practice, because all of them give the learner the opportunity to record their production by clicking on these microphones here that are circled, and producing and also getting feedback from the app. So this is regarding either the individual sounds or the suprasegmental features. This is English pronunciation, this is Elsa, and this is an example from Juna. Regarding the automated speech recognition, a feature that may be embedded in pronunciation apps, all of them are embedded with the feature. So in this case of Elsa, the learner can choose to receive the feedback focused on, you can choose regular feedback, so it is more basic one, or an advanced type of feedback where you would get feedback more detailed from the ASR, such as also in this last picture. Regarding the ASR feature, there are some, I would say that we would have to be careful and let our learners also to be aware that this is a developing technology. So it might misunderstand some pronunciations and provide an incorrect feedback sometimes. So in this case of English pronunciation app, it asked me to pronounce forbidden, and it recognized that I had said forbidden. Also, in this case, it had asked me to pronounce sit, and then it understood CD and gave me a wrong feedback. So we teachers must make our learners aware that this may also happen when using the apps, and they should not feel dismotivated about using them, okay? The push feature is available in only one of these three apps, only available in Elsa. So in this given example here, Elsa was suggesting me to take a lesson on how to stress the Halloween words, because it was near Halloween time, the time that I received this notification. And it was also reminding me to practice my English for 10 minutes a day at the set time that I had asked the app to do. So this is a very interesting feature, but it was only present in one of the apps at the time that I analyzed them. So summarizing, all of the apps that I have talked about in this video, they provide the presentation of the pronunciation features through a variety of ways, through written and oral texts, illustrations, videos, animations, and so on. Also, all of them provide the learner with opportunities to practice listening discrimination and control practice. However, none of the apps allow the learners to practice guided or communicative activities for pronunciation. So this means that fluency building activities for practicing pronunciation, such as role play, storytelling, interviewing, debating, are not possible with the given apps. Also, one more thing that we have concluded from this research is that the apps mainly focus on American and the British varieties of English until today, and that they tend to focus more on segmentals, meaning that even if the apps bring lessons and presentation or listening discrimination regarding all of the segmentals and suprasegmentals, the feedback or the number of activities are greater or are better regarding the segmental ones. So they tend to focus more on segmentals. Also, something that we can conclude is that the ASR is present in all of the apps, but they may present some limitations, and that we have make our learners aware of this limitation, and also to make them more critical about the feedback that they receive. One thing that is very important to mention is that the apps develop very fast. So maybe by the time that you are watching this video, many things have already evolved and they have updated the apps, and they have included more features, or the limitations that I have just said here are not limitations anymore. And this is something very, very positive about working with technology. Also, to conclude, I would like to say that guidance is necessary, regardless if the learners use these tools such as mobile phones and apps in their personal lives. We should guide them on this journey of using pronunciation apps to improving their pronunciation in English, showing them the way and assisting them whenever is necessary. Also, we should call attention that some bad illustrations may sometimes confuse learners. So in this case here, and again, this may not be a limitation anymore by the time that you watch this video, the app had used the definition of nail as a metal spike with a flat head, but given the illustration of other definition of nail. And also in this case here, they messed up the sounds with the illustrations. So they used it pen for books, and B for pen, and then T for dog, and D for tomato. And these types of mistakes, limitations may confuse learners. So we teachers should also explore the material and anticipate these kind of things that may occur before our learners spend too much time trying to understand these things, instead of spending time actually learning and practicing their pronunciation by using the apps. Also, we should keep in mind that sometimes the apps may encourage unrealistic goals. Yeah, so here, for example, it's telling that the app will show you how to train your mouth muscles to make the American accent. But we teachers should think, do we want them to make the American accent? Or do they want to make the American accent? If it is their goal, okay, but what if it's not, right? So we should pay special attention to the goals that the apps give. Also telling the learners how much native speakers they sound, and if they want to sound American, or if they want to sound British, or if they want to sound like a Brazilian or a Chilean student that speaks English. Yeah, so we need to keep in mind all of these things before and during using the pronunciation apps. And finally, I have some questions here that you can think about after you end the video. So, have you ever used apps to teach and learn pronunciation? If so, which ones have you used? If not, in what ways do you think the apps presented would be relevant for your groups of learners, or for you as a learner yourself? And for us teachers, how could we supplement the use of these apps with other mobile-assisted language learning practices that enable more fluency-building activities for pronunciation development, such as by allowing learners to practice through interviews, debates, storytelling, and so on? So I think these questions are also nice to think about and will guide us through using pronunciation apps and mobile devices for teaching and learning English and additional languages pronunciation. These are the references used on this video, and thank you very much.